Does anyone have a question?
Hi, Stuart. It's Paula.
What's wrong?
I wanted to ask you about connecting with love and gratitude. It seems like the daily challenges, in the microcosm and macrocosm are growing, and it's been feeling challenging. Can you talk about just connecting with that?
Well, I think the most important thing you can do is have compassion for people that are living in those circumstances and to understand how incredible it is that you can sit here and do this meditation, connect with God, connect with spirit, marinate yourself in this kind of energy that can help you every single day of your life. And, we can't save the world. We can save ourselves, and we can connect with spirit, and we can open to a higher energy. That energy detaches us from that kind of madness that goes on in the world. It enables us to see it clearly, and it also enables us not to judge anybody, but to truly have compassion for the condition of the human race. And, if you just do these simple things, then you don't embroil yourself in all of the craziness that goes on in the world. Especially, the final thing I had to realize is absolutely nothing I can do to change that. Now, I'm not saying that I don't work in the world, and I certainly do. Right, here there are people on 3, 4 different continents sitting in a meditation class. But I have to recognize my limitations, what I can do, what I can do to help humanity, what I can do to nurture other people, and then what I can't do. And instead of being upset by what I can't do, to accept the fact that each and every person has a role on this earth. And when they transform all the tensions and the craziness inside them, all that chaos and the mind and the emotions and the sexual energy, and that, as I always call it, the local insane asylum, when they are able to manage that and control that and transform it into harmony and balance, it gives them the capacity to truly be compassionate for the condition of the human race. And to do, I mean, look, I had somebody, I mean, this is true. Today I got an email from some woman who I don't know where she even lives, and her boyfriend is incarcerated in a prison. And he found one of my books and he's reading it, and he got completely taken with what I was writing about, my book, Navigating the River of Time. And, who knows? You understand? So he is reaching out through her, who found me on my website, if he can communicate with me through the mail. We can't do it through email because they're not allowed to, but through the mail. So I asked her a few questions, and then I said, yes, tell him, here's my address, tell him to send as many letters as he wanted to send. I will answer them. So you never know how you're going to help somebody, but you have to be open inside. and connected to God and connected to spirit so that the energy works through you that way. And all of a sudden, things happen that, and it's all karma. It happens. Then do you do it or you don't do it? You have a choice to make. Well, I'm open to doing these things because I've been doing them most of my life. I spent years teaching in prisons. I spent years, I don't know, having people coming to my life from every single conceivable background on the face of the earth. So I think that to me is the important thing, is building an inner life and then allowing these possibilities to happen. Now, who knew it's going to be some guy living in a jail cell somewhere in America? I mean, I know where it is now, and but I mean, for him to have found my book, to have read this book, and it's an interesting book about my experiences and how I evolved into a spiritual practice. And then through his girlfriend getting in touch with me. Who knows? I mean, I remember Rudy wanted me to move to the Middle East with him. I mean, he kept asking me, are your bags packed? We're going to move to the Middle East. So I said, well, what are we going to do in the Middle East? He said, well, there's supposed to be some very great teacher of the Aquarian age in the Middle East. I feel in my heart, he's talking, that it's our, journey or mission to find this person. So how do you know? He said, I don't know. He said, Rudy said, he's probably living in some, brothel in Cairo, who knows where he's living in some jail in the United States. And I mean, we never got to the Middle East, but every time he saw me for almost 2 months straight, are your bags packed? I'm getting ready to leave soon. I said, okay, we find you a teacher, not a bad job, not a bad way to spend your time. So you never know. It could be some person sitting in a jail cell somewhere in America, somewhere in North Africa, who knows, where that great teacher will emerge from that will do something to help human beings begin to get their shit together on this stupid planet.
Thank you for that, Stuart. I really appreciate the having compassion and also like what can we do. I really appreciate
What you can
that.
really do, Paula, and everyone else, is build your inner life. You get strong enough to truly be a child of God. That higher energy will take care of what you can do. And they will present you with situations over and over and over again. And I'm not talking from having read about this in a book. I'm talking from having been through it.
And I love the word marinade, marinating in the energy. That's perfect description.
Well, we're like a chunk of thick meat. We gotta be gotta be softened up to be able to receive higher energy. And marinade. Particular fan of marinated pickles. Really like them. And sauerkraut. I go to a special guy in New York who has a shop where he just has things that marinate. That place. I love that place. Go down there and buy this stuff from him. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Yeah, Stuart, I wanted to ask, so I'm trying to uh, feel more deeply into my navel chakra and work more deeply, but I find when I try harder to work down there that it creates more tension.
That will bend, don't try harder. Just relax into it.
Mm.
Just relax and breathe down to the chakra below the navel without trying to force it to open by trying harder. Because the definition of trying harder in our society, in our world today, is making it happen. This is something you can never make happen. You have to relax into it and let it happen. So just try that little tactic and see if it works. I'm sure it's going to open you very profound. I mean, you've come a long way, Ben. It's just really remarkable to see the classes you have now. So just try to relax deeply into the hara, into the third chakra, and just let it open. And don't make it happen, because you're going to just get tighter inside if you try to make it happen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question? And that's not only for Ben, that's for all of us, we're taught from the earliest ages to make it happen, force it to happen, and it doesn't work. We have to relax into it and just relax and let the energy come down, the breathing, the mind. It will open, it happens. Does anyone else have a question? Does anyone else have a question? Okay, I just have a couple of announcements to make. I keep telling you that, announcing that on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm going to just relax into it. I'm going to take a few days off. I need to get a rest. This has been the most intense year I can remember having in years. Not only the work, but people that I've been very close to in my life have passed away this year, it's been really unbelievable, one thing after the other. And it's just, you need to take a few days and just, Rudy once told me, he said, a good general knows how to retreat. Well, for 4 days, I'm going into a retreat. Just gotta take it easy and relax and let my system regenerate itself and then come back so I can do next year with all of you on the highest conceivable level that I can possibly do it. Even this cough, I know what it is. I'm so tired. Coughing. I get this when I'm really tired like this. The second thing is, so it'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday that I will take a little time off. And also, the next 5 or 6 weeks, we'll be posting my Tantra things on my website. We're getting close to the end of this. There's maybe 17 of them left that have to be kind of, edited and then posted on the website. So it's another 5, 6 weeks. But, if you have time and you like to read, most people don't like to read today, go there. They're really interesting, these things. I mean, I tell you, I read them, holy shit. There's a lot to learn here because, as I say, I have a very interesting way of writing. I don't do the writing. It comes through me. It comes through, even since I was 16 years old, it always came through me. All I had to manage to do in my life is to develop the craft to make it palpable. And that's what it's all about. The rest of it is just, I don't even know that I write these things. It just comes through from a higher source. And I think that if you go there and read some of these things, it could really do a lot to help you open inside and understand in a deeper way what this meditation is really all about. So they'll be posted for another 5, 6, and then they'll be there. And then I'm going to try to get a publisher to publish these things. I think they should be published. Does anyone else have a question? Who would like to? Okay, if there are no more questions, thank you. God bless you all. There'll be a class tomorrow evening, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. It's a miracle, this thing on Zoom, and I will never take it for granted. As difficult as it is to do this, the last couple of years of my life have really enabled me to grow an extraordinary amount, and I'm just grateful to all of you for participating in this. The next step would to be make people that can do this and teach and, I mean, we'll see what happens. You grow and take care of these things. There are people that do it. I mean, Jan does it, Chris does it, a few other people. Jennifer, God bless her. All that she does around here, she's going to start teaching a meditation class at the United Unitarian Church just down the street from here. He set it up for the first Saturday after the first of the year. And with everything else she does, it's a miracle. What kind of a human being she is. God bless her. So there'll be class tomorrow evening, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.